Ladies and gentlemen, welcome over here. Well, that was pretty. Welcome over here to the Dascar Phillips Cup Series Season 8 2016 here on Ziggo Sport. We are here for our first chase race. The race or the field for the chase field is set, and we are now about to get ready with the last 8 races of the season, the chase races. We're gonna go through all the chasers as already announced in previous videos. If you've seen that, you know who's in the chase and who's not, and all that kind of stuff. But I will still go through the chasers now. Will not show the starting position. That will be for the main race. First off, what is the most important thing? Where are we? We are at Syracuse, back again at Syracuse Speedway, whatever the name of the racetrack is, or the full name. But Syracuse it is. Got a Syracuse sprint race on Syracuse main race. Initially I said the sprint race was gonna be 5%, but I changed it to 7.5% simply because well, the chance that we are gonna get 2 cautions is pretty high. I could have changed it, of course, but 5% race would mean 13 laps. If there are gonna be 2 cautions, of course, which is always possible, then we're just gonna have 4 laps of green flag racing. That's just really ridiculous. So I hope at least that we're gonna get more green flag laps this race. Of course, 7.5%. Main race will be 15%, so 38 laps, and that will be a long one for you guys, probably because of so much action. Both single points, and those are of course race number 1 and race number 2 of the chase. Then we are gonna get race number 3, and after that there will be a break again of 1 week before the comment deadline. Yes, we still have one more comment deadline to go through, and I will tell you there are still a couple of drivers who have not commented. Those drivers are, hang on for a moment, those drivers are Philip Goldberg, Ben Goldberg and Robert Goldberg, also Troy Kang, Kyle Collins in the 32, Justin Yee in the 64 with Jason Declare teammate, Jay Stella, teammate of Kyle Collins, Tua Tapola and Alex Hawkins. So it means there are 4 users, I think, with Goldberg, Hawkins, Kyle Collins and Justin Yee, who still have not commented and who will need to do that within, let's say, I think it will be around 2 weeks or something, a little bit more than 2 weeks. Well, no, actually not. Yeah, a little bit more than 2 weeks. Planning is to have this race, of course, it is uploaded. The next race and the race after, the Monza race, the main race, of course, at Syracuse, and the Monza race, I will do in the next week, because on Monday I have 2 exams, and if everything goes well, I will be free after that for the rest of the week. So that's good news for me. 6 days off, and in those 6 days I will be able to do 2 more races. No Red Bull Knockout Series. I just want to have those 3 days left over for testing and for preparing everything for the summer series. There's some piece of roof which is coming apart now. But of course, Summer Series, the Martini Endurance Series, all cars have been painted. I put it in, the roster has been set, so everything is said and done, except for that we need 1 or 2 more races. The Rally Series, I still have to do a lot more testing and painting maybe, and all that kind of stuff. So there's still a lot of preparations for that. And of course, Red Bull Knockout Series, we want to have a new mod for season number 5 it is. So there's also a high chance that we do need to do some testing. But that of course will all come later. First we're gonna go through our chase field. We got over here Robert Goldberg as our points leader with 2020 points. Of course, with 4 victories and 5 bonus points per victory. He is our points leader, 5 points over Debbie Myers, who have 2015 points with 3 wins. Third in points that is tied are Jane Pinter and Denise Steiner with 2010 points. Chris Boscher and Nicole Tranovic and Harry Hills are tied with 2005 points. And that is tied for 4th place. And tied for 5th place are, hold on, because there are 9 drivers. Inge Lambliana in the 01, Prunes Lil John in the 02, Aiden Thomas, Haruka Takeda, Troy Kang, Leah Walker, Betty Johnson, to her will come in a moment, Jackson Brown and Tua Tapola. So that is your chase field, 16 drivers, and one of those 16 is going to be the champion, as you have heard. There are a couple of those chase contenders who haven't commented yet, so yes, it could be possible, well, it's very likely that we're not gonna end this season with 16 chasers, so it could be possible there are only 12 or 13 left after the comment deadline. But of course, the first 3 races in chase are gonna be for these 42 drivers. Betty Johnson, I said initially, that we're gonna talk about her. She has a new car, not in this race. It is ready, but the only problem is that it's not on the correct template. So we're gonna have to see how things work out with the template. I have a rule that every car has to be on my template, or at least a template made by either me or by Joseph Nessa or somebody else within Dascar. Though I made most of these templates. So that is not the case for that car. It is on an old Dutch template, and I do want it to have on my own Dutch template. So that's the only thing that needs to change. Everything else is just perfect, but just the template needs to be changed. And I don't know, however, if the painter has the PSD files, or at least the flat, like with all the layers. And that I do want that, because I don't really care if he does it or if I do it myself. Change the templates, because that is a must for that car to be able to run in the Philips Cup Series. So the sponsor, it's still same number 43. However, this time it is a Dodge, and it is sponsored by Foster's, which is Australian beer. And maybe you have already heard it, you know it, I don't know. It's pretty well known around the country. Actually, I thought that it was initially Spanish, but apparently it's Australian. So, doesn't really matter, but we'll see if that car is able to run, and if it is, when it will be able to run in the Philips Cup Series. And that car will also be running next season, but then of course it will be there will be no more FedEx car, so the FedEx will disappear. Has been in Philips Cup Series for 2 or 3 years anyway, so that's pretty much all I wanted to say. So we're gonna get this race started, and it's a pretty short race. It is still gonna be a short race, 19 laps around this racetrack. Expected to have 15 minutes race time. Of course, that is excluding the replays for the crashes. So, well, we'll see how this will play out. Ladies and gentlemen, chase race number 1. This is the moment that these guys, the last 16 drivers who are left in this chase, are going to have to perform. All these 8 races must be as good as possible, because you cannot afford more than 2 or 3 DNFs, because then you're definitely done. And somebody who's having problems is the number 99 car. Oh boy, as the green flag is out, the number 99 car has issues. And that means that the number 64 car is the leader, and already chaos at the start. My goodness. Number 99 is blown up more. Well, bad luck continues for Luke Walker. And the problem was for the number 73 car that he also slowed down, because there was confusion, I think, with him to, well, does he need to stay behind that number 99 or not? We do have a caution. And is it due to the 99? No, it is not. We have 2 cars in the wall, and that's Joseph Ernesto, and that's Jeffrey Finguy. Holy crap, what is that? I don't know. It looks like Coast Guard's coming over or something. I don't know, I'm gonna check it in a moment. But anyway, we have our first caution. 2 drivers who just missed out the chase are in the wall. And with all the chaos, we're gonna take a look at the replays. Ladies and gentlemen, caution number 1 on lap number 1. Well, craziness already at the start of the Syracuse race. And I gotta say, if you think this was crazy, well, you're gonna love these next 2 races, because the craziness is gonna increase more and more. Syracuse is always a racetrack that has crazy racing. Last year we had, well, suddenly guys making pit stops out of nowhere with just a few laps to go, and we had surprise winner and all that kind of stuff. Well, I'm expecting more of that excitement to come this year as well, in this season. So, what happened? It already started before the start, the craziness. Luke Walker in the numbers 99 car blew up, engine gone, And that means that the leader would, or the pole sitter would be the 64 car. 73 car on the outside, however, slowed down. Keith Black slowed down, thought, well, initially was programmed, I don't know what it is, but was told to stay behind the number 99 car, and that means that the whole bottom lane got a jump start over him, of course, which is allowed, but then, well, still bad luck for everybody behind Keith Black, who got held up by him. So then eventually, you can see Keith Black before coming out of turn number 1, he has already fallen back to 9th place or something. That's quite incredible. Now, of course, the question is, where did the crash start? Where did it happen? And probably, I have a feeling it's something like this. Something very, 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 very usual. Well, I think that the 17 car is going to slide up. 17 car is going to slide up, indeed. Gets into Joseph Ernesto. Then Joseph Ernesto will probably turn down. Or not. Oh, actually, the 41 car will get into the 17 car. Will have to slam on the brakes, lose the car, and wipe out himself, Jeffrey Finguy that is, and Joseph Ernesto. I still can remember that Jeffrey Finguy had bad luck as well last season over here. And look at how lucky Nicole Trenowich was. I mean, Joseph Ernesto got into her right rear, was about to turn her around, then he got loose and he spun in the wall himself. And there you see, pretty hard leg for him. Into that wall, a lot of damage to his number 62 Alfa Romeo. Damn it. Let's get a different camera angle. There you will see contact between 17 and 62. Then they get held up. 41 gets loose and taps the 62, and into the wall they go. So if you see this quick, it all goes so fast. And then it's, well, not really a big surprise that something like this happens. But it is a tough break still. Joseph Ernesto and Jeffrey Finguy, what I was trying to say before the Coast Guard or something came over. I'm not sure what it's, I still don't know what it was, still not on the radar, so I have a feeling it is either Coast Guard or something military or something, so. Or maybe Dakota, that could also be possible, DC-3 that is. But Joseph Ernesto and Jeffrey Finguy both were very unlucky, missed out the chase, well, being in the chase by a hair. Joseph Ernesto had a bad race. Of course, now it stopped. I hadn't continued it. Well, that's funny. But Joseph Ernesto was well, just a little bit too far behind to make it in the chase with a bad finish. He was still very close to being in the chase. 13th in points while the top 12 continues. And then, of course, Jeffrey Finguy, he was not in the chase due to Betty Johnson falling out of the top 12, and she had a win, so that is why Jeffrey Finguy was not in the chase. So bad luck for both drivers, and it seems like it continues here at Syracuse as well. We have over here our leader, Dylan Young, that is in number 39, and we're going to take you to the green flag. And so we are back again with the news, and first off, that Joseph Ernesto is out of the race due to his crash just on lap number 1, so he is out, and also the number 99 of Luke Walker is out with a piston problem. So it was a piston problem that took the pole sitter out of this race. It usually there mechanical issues before the start of the race are usually with the pole sitter. So, and that's way well, I'm not really sure how good it is to start on the pole, but. Anyways, we got Dylan Young in 39 in the lead. Second place, we got Zachary Fitzwood in the number 59. This car is also pretty similar as the car that is painted for the Martini Endurance Series. Third, we got the 64s, Justin Yee, 3 green cars up front. Then we got Chaser over here, and damn it, I forgot something which I just realized. I put Chase behind the name, like the C, I always do. I will do that after this race then. Fourth, we got Chaser, Robert Goldberg. Fifth, we got Daniel Voiles. Sixth, we got Chaser, Aiden Thomas. Seventh, we got Giancarlo Robles. Eighth, we got the number 33 of Leah Walker. Ninth, we got the 70 of Jay Stella. And in 10th, we got Harry Hill. So, it's spreading out again. And Jeffrey Finguy on pit road again. So I always do what I meant was up there. You will see, for instance, well, let's go to Chaser. You see R. Goldberg, and always you will see a C behind his name, indicating that he's in the chase. It makes it easier for you guys and for me guys to see who's in the chase when we look at the final standings. But I will do that after this race. Sorry about that. And we do have another caution. We got 2 cars in the wall, and once again Nicole Trenowich involved. Nicole Trenowich, and this time it is also John Cidino in the wall. And still the 39 car in the wall. And if it's gonna continue like this, then we're gonna have very few green flag laps. So, well, Sonic Course is also on pit road in number 51 car. She will get a new paint scheme next year. She has a new paint scheme in the Martini Endurance Series. Same sponsor though. Pretty similar, but just different. But that paint scheme, and it could actually be that there was a penalty. I don't know, but the thing is that paint scheme is gonna be pretty similar to what's gonna be on the Phillips Cup Series Season 9 car as well. So, ladies and gentlemen, we got Dylan Young in the lead. Let's go take a look at the replays as we got more cars pitting now. Alright, this is funny. Remember what I said about Syracuse being crazy? Well, this is something which I've never seen happen before, but in this game, and also, well, in Dascar automatically as well, you are not allowed to pass down low before, well, at a restart, before the line. And this is the first time I've seen this happen. I did it myself as well. But this is the first time that this has happened. Sonic Course, here you can see she went by the number 72 car and she passed him before the line. And that is a penalty. Very strange. I've never seen that happen before. There comes Jeffrey Finguy on the racetrack again, which who made contact then with Niels Steinauer. That could happen as well in the main race. We've seen crashes like that happen as well. Now what happens for this caution? That's the question. And here we're gonna see probably, yeah, 72 car moved up and got a little bit loose, tapped the 17 car. So luckily for Nicole Trenowich, it was not her fault, but well, bad start to her chase career already. So bad luck for her. John Cidino did not make chase, so his teammate did, Bruce Littlejohn. So very proud of her, he was. But Nicole Trenowich, well, this is the first casualty, and you're probably gonna see it. And I've said it before: you cannot have very many bad finishes. So this is gonna be one for Nicole Trenowich. Oh, so, and I think actually, what I think is that John Cidino got scared by this 51 car on the course, who suddenly shot up the racetrack again, and he saw her coming probably in the corner of his eye. And at that moment, there's on the course on pit road. At that moment, he got distracted, or maybe even yanked the wheel to the right a little bit, and that is when he got into Nicole Trenowich, and both got in the wall. So that is what happened, I think. The 39 of Dylan Young is your leader, and we're gonna take you back to the restart. And here we are back again. We got the 39 car of Dylan Young in the lead. Second place is Justin Yee. Third we got Chaser Robin Goldberg. Fourth Daniel Voiles. Fifth we got Zachary Fitzwater. Sixth Giancarlo Robles. Seventh Chaser Leah Walker. Eighth Jay Stella. Ninth we got Rocco Twyman. Once again a pretty good finish. He had a rough start to his Phillips Cup Series career, but after Atlanta it has really worked out well. So here we got in 10th position the number 2 car, which is pretty well. Aidan Thomas, of course, as Chaser, and was checking if Rocco Twyman had already won, but I don't think so. He did come close, and he started on the pole. News is also that the 17 car is possibly out of this race. John Cidino is coming on pit road every time, and the 91 car may as well be out of the race due to a problem. We'll come to that either at the end of the race or later. So the green is out once again. Dylan Young leads us to the restart. So he has already won this season, and Dylan Young, yes, he could have made the chase, but of course he was just too far away. But the win, well, would be a little bit too late for him. But still, all out for him. He's going for wins, and that's the same case for the 64 Cup. Justin Yee, it's all about winning now. Championship is out of sight, so let's go for the win. Unfortunately, well, the 22 car, for him it's not the same story. He needs to perform well, and that's of course our points leader, and guess what he's doing? He is performing well, like we're used to see with Robert Goldberg. There we got more cars on pit roads. You can see, well, Sun of course, don't think it was only a penalty then. Or maybe she did it again. That could be possible as well. That would be kind of crazy. Yellow is out once again. We got a caution. And it is Tuatapola in the wall. Another chaser in the wall. And that's the third caution of today. And that's what I wanted to see. But, well, these guys are pretty aggressive today. So, well, we see a big gap over here. What happens? Oh, I think we got more issues. I think it had to do with the 51 car coming on the racetrack again. So yes, indeed, we see more cars spun around, and there we see the 73 car with big damage. Keith Black out of this race. And with the yellow being out, I think we're gonna have quite some replays to look at. There we see Sun of course with a lot of damage, and I'm afraid that, well, she's coming on pit road now with damage, so there. Yeah, she is retired, so that's, well, bad race for her, gone worse. Ladies and gentlemen, we're gonna take a look at the replays, what all happened in the final 2 laps, because this is like the fifth or sixth lap that we have seen green flag. So, well, ladies and gentlemen, let's take a look at the relays. Caution number 3. So, this time it wasn't a penalty for Son of course, by the way, but she was just already coming on pit road every single lap. But that incident after the caution came out is, well, like we have seen more often at this racetrack, it's kind of ridiculous, but it's, well, we'll come to that later. First, let's take a look at what initially brought out the caution. It was Tuatapola, and actually it was kind of her own fault, of course. A little bit of racing incidents, I don't know. Difficult track, I know that as well. Tuatapola gets loose underneath the 18 car while she was running 3 wide in the middles. Gets into the 18 of Anna Gregg, and Tuatapola will go around, bang, into the wall. Pretty hard hit for her. And I'm not sure how much damage this has done to her. But I'm afraid it's, well, I think she will be able to continue, but I'm not 100% sure. I mean, Joseph Ness is also retired, and Nicole Tranowicz as well, so. Now the question is, well, we're gonna get one more replay, then we're gonna show you what happens. So there she is, Tuatapola a little bit too hard into turn number 3, and that has been a trouble spot today. 3 incidents already in this turn, in the first 12 laps. So Tuatapola, at least she continues her way. Will she finish this race? I don't know. But we got over here, Sonic Course. Now watch this. This is the problem of this racetrack. When you come out of pit road, you march immediately on the racetrack. And if traffic is coming, oh boy. So it's, well, it still is a little bit, well, I don't know, it could still be a penalty, but she comes on the racetrack. Now watch that 73 car. Know where to go for Keith Black. Bang into her. Also Dylan Young involved in this deal. So, well, one thing is for sure, Dylan Young and Keith Black couldn't do anything about this. However, on the course, yeah, I don't know, it's difficult. We've seen this before, and this will definitely be a try, but still, yeah, it's difficult to say. And it's not because I said it, because it is on the course, but we've seen it very many times at this racetrack. Last season, well, I don't know who it was, but we've seen it many times with this racetrack, and it is, of course, kind of ridiculous that crashes happen like this, but it's more like the track than the person or him or herself. So, well, you thought that was kind of crazy? Well, take a look at, damn it. Take a look at this. Full speed is even more incredible. There, bang. And that was a hard hit for the 73 car, I gotta tell you that. Well, one thing is for sure, Keith Black is out of the race. And everybody slowed down due to this. There's some damage also, I thought, to the number 95 car, 59 car. But I don't think so, probably just because of his scheme. Sun, of course, has retired. She is out. Keith Black will retire. He's definitely out. Dylan Young might be the lucky one in this deal to continue his way. And they're here sorting it out. So there's Tuatapola, and there's the 73, there's the 72. So, ladies and gentlemen, There's on the course, comes on pit road. Dylan Young takes over his spot, and we're gonna see. I think we're gonna get green flag racing with just 2 or 3 to go. I think just 2 to go. So, ladies and gentlemen, get ready for final sprint. Here we go. Well, kudos for Dascar cleaning everything up this fast. They're 1 lap faster now. I thought they are getting faster and faster, but. We're gonna go green flag with just 3 more laps to go, and that could be less, not more, but less is definitely possible. We got our leader Robert Goldberg, 4-time winner this season. We got second place Giancarlo Robles, no victories for him. We got third Jay Stella, no victories for him as well. We got fourth the 64 of Justin Yee, no victories. We got fifth the 33 of Leah Walker, 2 victories. We got sixth Philip Goldberg in the 4. Seventh we got Chaser Aiden Thomas. Eighth we got with damage the 39 of Dylan Young. 9th we got 59 of Zachary Fitzwater, and 10th we got Daniel Voyles in the 81. This is gonna get interesting, ladies and gentlemen. With just a couple of cars, well, I don't know, 33 cars on the lead lap. We're gonna take a look at who retired in a couple of moments, but now it's all about those last 3 laps. The green flag is out. Here we go, once again and one more time. Pass for third, 64 car coming to the front, and he's having a run on Giancarlo Robles as well. Justin Yee has never won in the Phillips Cup Series, I believe, and he's definitely going for it. Giancarlo Robles, is he going to try to make a move first on the 22 car though? And yes, he is. Here we go. Giancarlo Robles to the inside, still at least 1 more lap to go of green flag racing, 2 to go. And Giancarlo Robles takes over the leads, trying to get its first victory in the Phillips Cup Series ever. Is Giancarlo Robles, teammate of course of Jane Pinter, who has won many times. Diana Vasquez has won before as well. He has never won, and he will take the white flag, but he will have to hold off the 64 car of Justin Yee for that 1 lap, and Justin Yee is trying to do everything he can to get to him, to get his first victory ever in the Phillips Cup Series, or at least of the season. I don't think he has ever won before, but Giancarlo Robles, Justin Yee, does he have enough? Does both have enough? Who will be it coming out of turn number 4? It will be Giancarlo Robles, while the 64 car still tries. Giancarlo Robles will win his first career victory in the Phillips Cup Series, and that is good news for Jane Pinter, while still people pin. That's Jeffrey Finguy. Wow, we got another first-time winner over here, ladies and gentlemen, and it is Giancarlo Robles, the half-Italian driver of Pony Motorsports. So congratulations to him, and that is the first victory for Camaro this season. Woo! And I think actually that it might be the first victory for Camaro ever, because Camaro has only been in the Phillips Cup Series from the start of Phillips Cup Series Season 8. So 3 Camaros in the field, neither of them have won this season until now. Giancarlo Robles there, officially he has won this race, and this is what I mean. This is why I wanted to have those C's behind the name, so we can clearly see where the chasers finish. So out of the race, Keith Black, due to an incident, Toyota Pola is on the course as well. So Toyota Pola indeed did retire. Henrietta Fitzwater with a tire problem did not finish. Nicole Trenowich, Joseph Vanessa, and Luke Walker as well. So, well, tough race for a couple of these chasers, at least a couple of these chasers, meaning Toyota Pola and Nicole Trenowich. Not really what they had wanted. And also a couple of other chasers are in the back of the field, like Denise Steinhardt. Well, you know what? We'll go through the chasers over here. First through the top 10, Giancarlo Robles as your winner. And Justin Yee, he came pretty close. You could see that. But not close enough. Justin Yee second, though, still good. Philip Goldberg fought his way to 3rd place. That was also pretty incredible. Great driving by him in those final 3 laps. And same story for Daniel Voyles, who restarted in 10th place and finished in 4th. Noort Smits even restarted outside of the top 10 and finished in 5th place. A great job by her. Rocco Twyman back in the top 10 in 6th place. Then Robert Goldberg started on the front row in that final restart with 3 laps to go. He fell back to 7th, but still he is the best chaser out here. So he's gonna keep the points lead, and I think that is what matters for him. Diane Vasquez will be the second Pony Motorsports driver to finish in the top 10. In 8th, that is. Aiden Thomas finishes in 9th, so that's, well, good news for him. Second chaser, and Prunel's Lil Jon also finished in 10th, so that's good news for those two chasers. Ingela Bliana in 11th chaser, Luke Walker in 12th chaser, so Harry Hills in 14th, that's chaser, so good news for them. So let's take a look at our chasers. Robbie Goldberg already discussed, top 10. Debbie Myers, not good, we saw that. She is finished in 30th position, so she's definitely gonna fall back, and especially with the points still being so close together, this is gonna be bad news for Debbie Myers. Jane Pinter in number 27 car finishes in, and it's also easier looking for those people. Well, 21st for Jane Pinter, so that's not that good, but he still has a little bit of a buffer, 10 points over everybody else from 8th on backwards. Denise Steinauer, bad news for her as well, 31st, so not what she wanted. Chris Washer in 06, after his victory last race at Atlanta, finishes in 23rd, not what he had wanted, I think, but still we do have a main race to come, so that's good news, and we have 7 other races as well to come, including Talladega, big unknown, Bristol, always crazy, and of course the famous last word, 600 at Charlotte, which is going to be a crazy race and double points. So everything's still wide open for everyone. Nicole Tranowicz, 40th place, retired, bad break for her. Harry Hilton, 76 car. As said, good finish for him, 14th. Ingela Bliana in the 01 car, also a good finish in the 11th place. Now Prunslaw in Lil Jon in 10th, so that's a couple of these chasers have good runs, some have average runs, and also some have bad runs, so it's really surprising how spread out the field of these chasers already. Aiden Thomas in number 2 finished in top 10 in 9th, so that's good news for him. Rook Attack in number 8 finishes in 20th, so that's still decent, could be better still, but decent it is. Troy Kang in number 23 car finishes, and we did see him, I don't know, we haven't really talked a whole lot about Troy Kang, but he finishes since 33rd, that's even worse, so that's a bad break for Troy Kang. The person who has been in the points lead the longest, but, well, not anymore, and is definitely not gonna happen after this race. We got Leah Walker in the number 33, 12th place finish, so also good news for her. Betty Johnston 43 in what every race could be the final race for her in this paint scheme with FedEx as sponsor, but 16th for her, good finish. Then Jackson Brown in number 57, 28th, not good, and sorry, I want to say I have to sneeze. Too late, and Tulipola, who of course was tied for 5th, not good for her, finishes in 37th, retired. So ladies and gentlemen, we have a first time winner once again, and well, looking at top 10, you gotta have either a 2 or a 4 in your number, then you're gonna perform well. First, second, third have all a 5th as have 4 in the number, and then 7th, 9th, and 10th have a 2 in their number, so maybe 9 as well. Anyways, ladies and gentlemen, that was it for this sprint race. I have exams on Monday, so before that you're not gonna hear a whole lot from me anymore. After that, the two races before the common deadline, that means the Syracuse main race is up 15%, single points, 38 laps, and it's gonna be crazy. Ladies and gentlemen, be sure to watch this race as well, and I will see you then next time, of course, with the Dascar Phillips Cup Series Season 8 2016 here on Ziggo Sports. How does that feel, seeing the 24 back again in victory lane?